guys, my name's April, and this is Jeff, and welcome to Let's Talk, where we pick a topic and talk about it. This week, we're talking about pets. What are pets?
Dogs, cats, rabbits.
Those are type of pets, yes. Pets are what, like animals that live with you. A lot of people consider them to be family.
Or children.
Children, yes.
Yes.
We consider
Kids.
ours kids.
The kids.
We do reference. We do call them kids. So first, pets. Mine were parakeets. I had 4 of them, and I think the reason why I got parakeets was because my mom's friend had parakeets. So I was like, I'm gonna get you parakeets. I'm like, cool. Like, I never asked. I wanted a dog, but I live in an apartment that didn't allow dogs, so we went to the store and we got 4, 2 males and 2 females. I don't know if we did that on purpose. Just so happens we just chose 2 boys, 2 girls. Trying to remember the names. What?
Well, because
What?
I'm just waiting. You can tell the story.
Well, I am.
No, it's just funny because they all got pregnant. Right?
Pretty
And
much.
a bunch of babies.
Pretty much. I'm getting there.
Okay.
I'm getting there. Okay. So I started with 4. I can't remember the names. I know I called one Tabat. You know what that means? Okay, in Filipino it means fat. My little chubby. She wasn't chubby. She was just my chubby baby. She was my favorite. She would actually fly to me. If you put her on the cage, and then you like go up to her like this with your finger, and then you go away, and you do it again, she will fly to you. What ended up happening was, I didn't know this, but I mean it kind of makes sense now. But if you don't put like a house or some kind of nesting in their cage, they won't mate. They won't breed. Because there's nowhere to put the eggs, and they know that. So we bought them a house just because I thought it'd be nice to give them a house. And then next thing I know, one of them was in the house all the time. Like, she barely came out, and I didn't know why. I just thought she was like, that was like her thing. Like, she just became very territorial about it. So I opened up the house, and there I found eggs. And honestly, I cried a little bit. Like, I was a happy mama. That my baby was having babies. But then it turned out to be really bad. Just because I love animals that I couldn't give up those babies. So those babies had babies, and then those babies had babies, and then those babies had babies. So I ended up having like 40 birds in the garage. Crazy, ain't it?
Yeah, that turned out to that. 40 parakeets.
I had like the bird plague going on in my garage.
And so my first pet was Jojo the hamster.
Oh, Jojo.
Oh, Jojo. I don't know if we have another one, but I just remember Jojo. I think it was just Jojo. Because we had, I think around that time, we had Fluffy too, the cat. But we didn't have Fluffy for that long. Mom ended up getting rid of her.
Why?
Just like fleas, and she would claw us.
Oh, she's an outdoor cat?
I think she's pretty feral.
Oh, where'd you get her from?
I don't know, but like
Oh.
she looked like the kind of like the little lion, or the little tiger kind of cat. They're really fluffy, but when you look at them, they're big. They're like small tiger things, but Jojo is basically I think first pet.
Was it yours or was it a family pet?
Family pet.
Oh, okay.
And then Jojo died.
Hamsters don't live that long, do they?
No, they don't. Yeah, he's maybe only alive for like a year, something like that, or maybe if that. I don't know. I was young, so I don't remember time.
How old are you?
5.
But usually hamsters are like good first pets for kids. Usually when their kids young, they give them a pet. I've always heard it's always like a hamster or something. Something small.
Yeah, it
And
made sense.
And in a cage all the time.
Because when we got our first dog later, Charlie, that was pretty difficult for me to get along with him because Dachshunds are pretty territorial and they only really stick to one person. And since I was the youngest, I'm kind of like treated not as well compared to like my mom and my brother.
As of right now, we have a dog and a rabbit. I know it's a weird combination of pets. You would think dog and rabbit. I mean, a lot of people think it's kind of weird, especially when they see us take them out together. And people are like, do they get along? If they didn't get along, we wouldn't have them together.
Right.
So yes, they do get along.
So here is Mr. Bailey, the golden Pomeranian Chihuahua. Yes. Little Mr. Bailey was rescued around 1 year old. And then we got him from my mom's coworker.
Your family, not we. Not to confuse anyone.
So we got him around I think 3.5 to 4 years old. And then now he's 10. Yeah, so we got Bailey. He was already rescued by my mom's coworker from Medford, Oregon, where 2 women were like abusing him. My mom's coworker lived by herself, so it just didn't make sense for her being a nurse to take care of a dog like Bailey. So me, my mom, and my sister, we took a hold of him, and he just kind of became more of my dog. Mm-hmm. If anything, because I was home more than those 2.
And you slept?
And I slept a lot.
Most of the time.
So he would snuggle with me.
Alright.
For most of the day. So Bailey's got really interesting personality. He's really, let's say, courageous. He'll charge other dogs. Or charge after squirrels. But at the same time, he's a big diva. Whines a lot when we don't understand what he means when he's whining.
He likes to be the alpha. He
Yes.
thinks he's alpha.
Bailey does think he's the alpha.
I mean, he may be one of the smallest dogs in the dog park, but he will look at a Great Dane and claim him as his peasant.
Yeah.
That's just his thing.
He's the king of beggars, if anything. And also, if you have food out, he'll stare at the food and you until you give him something. Which you don't, but he'll just stare the whole time.
He's a savage. He just waits for a piece of food to drop.
Yeah.
And then he's in like a vulture.
But at the end of the day, he's always just snuggling and sleeping. That's all he wants to do.
That's the old man in him.
He just
sleeping.
He wants to snuggle.
He's 10, but the way he acts, he's like 3.
Yeah.
He jumps around. He's super energetic. The only time that he shows his age is him sleeping all day. And then him whining so you can go to sleep too. Yeah. Even though it's like 1 in the afternoon. And this is the baby girl, Athena. So Athena is a Holland Lop. And Lops mean by their ears, hers don't stand up. They droop down. Lop. There's different types of Lops. I think she's just... There's weird thing because it's called there's a mini Lop. But it's weird because they're bigger. But they're called mini. So, I don't know why.
She's like a micro Lop.
So yeah, she is 2.5. 2.5? Yeah. She's
getting close to 2.75.
Yeah. She's a little over 2.5 years old. And I got her from Vancouver, Washington, from a family that couldn't take care of her anymore. So I took her in. And I've had her ever since. So rabbits are a little different. A lot of people have dogs and cats, and so they kind of already tend to know how to treat a dog and a cat. Rabbits are very different. They can be territorial. They do like their space, so they don't like to be pushed into doing something else. And they definitely aren't trainable. Well, I mean, not trainable, because you can train a rabbit, but with dogs, if you discipline them, they will learn from that. Rabbits don't. Gotta be a little more gentle with them in terms of training. Because I know with her, she's definitely tried to fight back if I try to push her to like move or do something else. Other than that, she does like to explore and chew. She does chew a lot of things. The carpet, the wires.
My Legos.
Sustained heavy damage from a hay-eating creature.
Goes by the name of Athena. She likes to follow you around. She likes to be in the same room as you. So right as she sees you getting up and walking into like the kitchen, she'll follow. I think she's definitely learned from Bailey that if she goes in the kitchen, she knows there's food.
Yeah.
So she'll get food.
She's the queen of beggars in the making.
How can you say no to this face? Look at that nose. She's very calm right now.
Probably because Bailey's in the bedroom.
No, he's not. He's right there.
Oh, he's right there.
Yeah, he's sleeping in his bed. He's like, fuck you guys. He's really shedding a lot, though.
It's enough fur to create another bunny.
Yes, they shed a lot. It's like going up my nose right now. Although one cool thing, maybe a lot of you guys that don't know about rabbits, is they can be potty trained. She's gotten 10 times better because she would pee on the couch. which is weird. She would never pee on the floor or poop on the floor, but she would always pee and poop on the couch, and she hasn't done that. So I think she knows better. I think that, or she's just testing us. There's fur flying around everywhere. Probably won't be able to see it, but
That's pretty bad.
all she does is sleep all day.
Yes.
She wants to just get out of her cage and then go to her spot and sleep. Oh my god, there's fur! It's like I'm going crazy. Advice to new pet owners is do your research, number one. Always look into what type of animal you want to get and the environment that you're going to bring the animal in. Just because you may see a really lovable dog in one family, but the dog that you get isn't the same. And that's something that you should expect because every animal is different. What stresses one animal out may not stress another one out. Always be aware. Yeah, kind of give your pet space, let it do its own thing.
Yeah, I guess, be aware and learn.
I think I could speak for both of us and probably a lot of people is it's probably better to adopt.
Yeah.
Go to your local animal shelter, or even if you have to travel to one in a different city or a different state. But it is better to adopt because you're taking an animal that's in a shelter that's not, obviously it's not the best place for them because it stresses them out. It's not really a home. They don't really have much space. They don't have free range to walk around. But yeah, you're taking an animal from a shelter and you're giving it a home and you're giving it a new life, essentially. And there's a lot of places that I think there's still puppy mills out there. So a lot of pet stores, well, I won't say a lot, but there are pet stores that do get their puppies from puppy mills. And you just don't know it because they're not going to tell you. If you are going to go to a store, be aware of where you're getting that it could be from a puppy mill. Adopt, don't shop. Hashtag that shit. That is it for Let's Talk Pets. If you have any pets or any comments or that you would like to add on, you can put it in the description box below. Also, if you have any suggestions for any topics that you would like for us to talk about, you can put that down there. Click that like button, hit the subscribe button, and yeah, we will see you next week on Let's Talk. Bye-bye.
Bye.